On today's Junk Wax Genius, we're going after some GREGG Jefferies cards. We've got 1989 Topps, we've got 1988 Donruss, and what's this? A bonus pack of 1988 Leaf, the Canadian version that GREGG Jefferies is in also? Okay. We usually do 2 packs minimum a day. Sometimes we throw in these bonus guys, so stay tuned for the Leaf. GREGG Jefferies in the 88 Donruss. We're going to begin, though, with 89 Topps. 15 bubblegum cards. No, they're not made of gum. They're printed on cardstock. Do not try to chew the cards. Don't try to really, at this point, try to chew the gum either. It is chemically welded. Well, it's not that bad. We're going to send some gum-damaged cards to our friend Rob Opens Wax. Still building that care package we can send his way as he collates a whole set of gum-damaged 89 Topps. Sorry for your luck, but thank you for your sacrifice, Randy Kramer. I'd say go subscribe to Rob Opens Wax, but he doesn't need the help. There's our Yankees leaders card. It's a fine channel. I mean, I'm not saying don't subscribe. I'm just saying he probably, if you're watching this, you probably already subscribed to him. Don Heinkel. Gary Sheffield, future star. Nice card. Ken Oberkfell. Dwayne Buis. Albert Hall. If that's the same Al Hall I'm thinking of, R.I.P. Al Hall. Jeff Russell. Roger Clemens. Pete Incaviglia. Wallace Johnson. So reading statistically, Wallace Johnson had a suspiciously similar WAR, wins above replacement, to another, it might have been Tim Raines, like another Expo, a guy that was, I don't remember what the case was, but Wallace Johnson, potentially underrated for his career. Mark Langston, Bob Brenly, Ron Hasse, and Mike Stanley wrap up the pack. We got Chef. Not GREGG Jefferies, but Gary Sheffield would have been one of the other hot rookie cards that everybody was trying to get back in the day. Let's move it a year earlier to 1988 and do Donruss and the Canadian cousin, Leaf. You get 15 picture cards in the Donruss pack. You only get 10 out of Leaf, but the Leaf set is like half the size. So I think as a percentage of the set, you actually get more in the Leaf than you do in Donruss. Let's open them. Have you subscribed yet? Hit that button. Give me, let YouTube know this is not a huge waste of everyone's time. I would appreciate it. We get Stan Musial's mouth. I guess generally his face, but when it's the puzzle pieces, you get, you know. All right, John Kruk, Scott Bankhead, little double M's logo. Daryl Miller. 2 hats, Daryl. Tommy John, a checklist. That's card number 600. There's card 600. I've got the checklist. Chuck Finley. Senior Smoke, Juan Berenguer. There's Carlton Fisk. Nice. Eric Bell. Jim Gott. Dave Clark. Mike Greenwell. Would have been a nice card to get back in the day. One of my 2 PC guys, Will Clark. Nice example of that card. Lovely. William Nuschler Clark Jr. Dwight Gooden and Mike Lloyd. All right. I'm not going to complain about that pack, even without GREGG Jefferies in it, because we got Dwight Gooden, we got Will Clark, we got Mike Greenwell, and we got Carlton Fisk. I'll take those every day. All right. Now let's do Leaf. Puzzle and cards. Bilingual, by the way. And we'll compare and contrast. Basically the same kind of wrapper. You saw those side by side just a second ago. The cards themselves, well, we'll start with the puzzle pieces. The puzzle is completely identical. There's no difference at all in the puzzle pieces you get out of the Donruss versus the Leaf, and pieces 25, 26, and 27, completely interchangeable with every other Donruss puzzle ever produced. So if you're missing those 3, borrow them from a different set. Franken puzzle it. You'll like it. There's Herm Winningham. Emphasis on Canadian teams, so they might be a little heavy on Expos and Blue Jays, relatively speaking. Generally, the design of the front, completely the same, except you get the Leaf word mark instead of the Donruss. Herm Winningham, Tim Wallach, Oil Can Boyd, love that, Gary Gaetti, a Diamond King for Dwight Evans, Pedro Guerrero, Sean Abner rated rookie, Benito Santiago, excellent, Oral Hershiser, Mr. Superstition himself at bat, and Andres Galarraga. Here are the reverses of the cards. As I said, bilingual, so you can learn how to say recent Major League performance in French and translate some career highlights. How about that? All right, it is Junk Wax Genius. It's the channel on YouTube where we flip over Oil Can Boyd to learn that his full name is Dennis Ray Boyd. Kindly do subscribe to the channel. Would love to have you back here tomorrow for 2 more packs. At a minimum, we did 3 today. What might we get tomorrow? Who knows? We'll see you then. Thanks for watching.